Solution to linear equations. So in this video, we're going to determine if given points are solutions to linear equations, and we're going to go a little bit further than that. In the next type of problem, we're going to give part of a point, which is either the x or the y value, and find the other part. Okay, so let's get started. The first question is 2, -3 a solution to that given equation? So remember, that's an ordered pair. So 2, -3 is an ordered pair, 2 being the x value, -2, being the x value, 3 being the y value. So that's x and that's y, right? So I'm going to plug that in. That's all I'm doing here. So instead of x minus 4y, it's -2 minus 4 times 3. And I'm asking myself, does that equal -14? So in other words, plug in this point, see if it satisfies this equation. Okay, so -2 minus 12, and that does equal -14. Check, so the answer would be yes. Okay, second question, is 2, -5 a solution to this one? Well, that means I'm going to put the 2 right here and the -5 right here. Okay, so 6 times 2 minus, be careful with this one, -5. There's a minus from the given equation and a minus from the y value, which means there's 2 minuses. So that gives me 12. That makes +5, and I'll put a little question mark there. Does that equal 9? And the answer, of course, would be no. Okay, we're going to extend this to lines. You're going to learn soon that this right here, you might already know, is the equation of a line, right? And this is the equation of a line. So when we graph them, there's a bunch of points on that line. So for number 1, this is not only is it a solution to that equation, but it would be a point on the line once we deal with it graphically. Okay, and then of course in this case, this point right here would not be on that line. That's the connection we make between are they solutions to the equations when you plug them in, and are they on the line. Okay, but you'll get to lines a little bit later. All right, moving on. We have to determine, for examples 1 and 2, our next 2 examples, if the missing coordinate is a solution. So this is very similar to what we just did, but I'm asked, determine the missing coordinate, right? So I want to know what the x value is there because it's not given if y is -1. Okay, so that's not bad. We don't know what x is, but we do know what y is, and it's -1. So this isn't a yes or no question. It's plug in the value for y that's given and find the value for x. So let's do that. -2 times -1 is +2. And then we just use our algebra skills to figure out what the missing coordinate is. 3x equals 6. Let me come over here. 3x would equal 6. And then I divide by 3. And I get my x value of 2. Okay, so that fills in my blank. 2, -1 would satisfy this equation if I plug in 2 to x and -1 to y. Okay, how about this next one down here at the bottom? Here's the equation. -5x plus 8y equals 56. And they're giving me, this time they're giving me x, and it's 0. So that's going to make this a little bit easier, I think. I'm going to plug in 0 right there for x. Let's do that. Do this in blue so you can see the difference. Do it over here. -5. Plug in 0 plus 8y equals 56. Just like we did with the last one, only the last one we plugged in the y value. In this case, I plug in an x value. 5 times 0 is 0, so that's gone completely. And I'm just left with 8y equals 56, right? So all I got to do is divide by 8 to get my solution of y equals 56 over 8, which equals 7, right? So the missing value right there would be 7, 0, 7.